The battle over abortion is heating up among lawmakers. Pro-lifers are trying to fend off a bill that would make abortions much easier to get on a permanent basis, and they warned of the consequences. A vote on the bill is scheduled for this week. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reports.
The Women's Health Protection Act is so important to Senate Minority Whip John Thune that he made a speech against it on the Senate floor. He says that the bill goes way beyond Roe v. Wade and any Supreme Court rulings on abortion. And he warned Congress that it's at a dangerous crossroads.
A more accurate name might be the Abortion on Demand Act, or we could simply refer to it as what it is, probably the most anti-life legislation ever to be considered in the United States Congress.
The bill would eliminate virtually all existing state abortion laws, even those upheld by the Supreme Court. But there's more.
The bill would make it essentially impossible to impose any meaningful restrictions at all on abortion in any stage of pregnancy, including after the point of fetal viability, when the baby can survive outside its mother.
Senator John Thune tells me states need to get more involved.
We need elected officials to stand up against this craziness and make sure that we send a clear statement that people's tax dollars, the dollars they pay to the federal government to fund their government, isn't being used for a practice that they find absolutely offensive.
San Francisco Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone warned in a statement that, quote, this proposed legislation is nothing short of child sacrifice. It is especially shameful that any self-professed Catholic would be implicated in such an evil, let alone advocate for it. Madam Speaker, just wanted to ask you about the Women's Health Care Protection Act. So I asked House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who is Catholic and from San Francisco, what she thinks. She tells me her family is pro-life, but she believes a woman has a right to choose.
The Archbishop of the city of that area of San Francisco and I have a disagreement about who should decide this. I believe that God has given us a free will to honor our responsibilities.
Republicans only need a handful of Democrats to defeat the Women's Health Protection Act. The House is scheduled to vote on it tomorrow. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.